What's up, guys? Jonathan Rose, owner, Masters in Trading. This is incredible. I'm pretty sure the market knew the president had COVID before the president released that he had COVID. Here's his original tweet, October 1st at 11:54 p.m. Tested positive for COVID, will begin quarantine and recovering process immediately. September 30th. One day before the president announced he had COVID, Pablo posts, VIF, this ain't good, folks. Something's about to happen. I don't know what. VIF is doing this while all the indexes are up today, bonds are down, VIX futures are down. I think I can prove to you that the market was well aware that the president had COVID before the release. Let's get into it. So I brought you here to a chart. This is our VIX trading system. Too many traders just look at the VIX. The VIX is a 30-day measure of volatility. Very valuable. But we need to look at VIX term structure. We want to look at the 9-day. We want to look at the 23-day, the 30-day, the 37-day, the 90-day, the annual, all these different VIXs, because there's different amounts of volatility, whether it's 9 days away or whether it's a full year away. Now here's where it gets a little bit weird. This is called the VIN. It's near-term volatility. The N is near. This is called the VIF. It's far-term volatility, the VIF. So the 23 is the VIN, the 30 is the VIX, the 37 is the VIF. Now on this chart, this white one here is going to be 90 days right here. This here at 29.92, that's going to be the VIF. The VIF, 37-day. Here's the VIX, the 30-day. And here's the VIN. The VIN is going to be that 23-day. Okay? So I labeled each one on the chart. Here's what I want you to see. I cleaned the chart up a little bit. But look what happened. Right here. That happened on September 30th. And what happened was the VIF started rallying. The VIF, the 37-day measure of volatility, started rallying, and the VIN and the VIX didn't move at all. Something was going on. Now you may be thinking, well, sure, the election's coming up, but I want you to understand that the 23, the 30, and the 37-day will all include the election over time. So there was a little bit of a kink in the VIX term structure curve. Now remember, POTUS came out October 1st, 11:54, saying he had COVID. Pablo, the day before, September 30th, VIF starts to move. This ain't good. VIF is doing this while all the other indices are up today. Bonds are down, VIX futures are down. The VIX was down, the 9-day VIX was down, the 90-day VIX was down. The only VIX that was up was that 37-day. Here are the SPX options, and let's look at the jump. Here we go. Again, September 30th, right? One day before the president came out and announced he had COVID. If we look at the 23-day measure of volatility on the SPX, that's called the VIN, 24. The VIX, the widely followed VIX, 24.96. That's pretty flat, right? It's pretty much the same thing. Not surprising, there's only 7 days of difference between those. But look, if we add 7 more days, and this where the big move happened, 27.89. 3 extra volatility points between the VIX and the VIF. Something was going on. You could see the 3-month going out about 30% or 29%. Something was going on. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Take you back to the original post 2 days ago. Pablo, VIF, we talked about the S&P options. Steven says maybe it's about the election. Could it be something to do with quarter end? Pablo, this is a smart trader. While all the traders are asking, what's the reason? Why is it jumping? What's going on? Traders are trading. Don't ask. It's real. We can see the behavior of the VIN, VIX, and VIF. So while all other people are asking, what's going on? Why is it going on? Please, somebody explain it to me. Pablo's going in there and getting some action. I bought the SPY 332 puts with 0 days to go. At that time, in my original post, they were trading for 9 cents. Right now, they're 27 cents. After the president announced he had COVID, these traded up to $3. On a 10 lot, that's a $90 investment to make $3,000. Less 90, 2,910. Better than a sharp stick in the eye, we like to say. Pablo continues. The VIF has only gotten worse. Only now we're starting to see a pickup in VIX futures. Bonds turned around and started rallying. Our good friend VIF continues to press on all by itself. This was the exact condition I saw back in October 3rd, 2018, right before the start of the 2018 end of the year sell-off. And then Pablo shares a post of our VIX trading tool showing the disconnect between the VIF and the VIN. Dennis, Pablo, are you adding to your VIX debit spread position? For the kids at home, I won't repeat this, but Pablo says, you better believe I am every chance I get. Then Adam, Pablo, is it a coincidence that the VIF spiked right before the news that Trump testing positive for COVID? Guys, I've been trading for 22 years. I don't believe in coincidences in the market. The market's as rigged as it gets. When anybody has an opportunity to make some money, ethical or non-ethical, you're unfortunately going to see that in the price behavior of different assets. Pablo replied, or I guess Jonathan replied, VIF knew the president had COVID. Very prophetic. The VIF spike most likely to be caused by someone knowing something that the rest of the market didn't know. I think that's fair. Someone knowing the president contracted it and taking advantage of the info, or someone knowing when the news headlines would start running that story, assuming this is just a story and not actual facts. In either case, someone having an upper hand on such announcements most definitely would be a great explanation for what we've been seeing since September 30th, 2020. And we spotted it here, folks. Dennis follows up. Awesome stuff. I isolated the chart just looking at the VIN against the VIX. Going back, we got about 2 years of data on here. And look at that separation right now. Going into the election, but again, both of these will include the election data, right? 23-day moving average and a 37-day moving average. This is a major disconnect. I'm pretty sure that the market knew the president had COVID before the president announced that he had COVID on Twitter. Curious to hear your thoughts, guys. Leave a comment below. Very curious to see. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist by any means. I'm just trying to show you proof why Pablo got into the trade and how he was able to make some money before the president's announcements. My name is Jonathan Rose. I'm the owner of Masters in Trading.